District 2.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Steuben County Board of Commissioners meeting for November 18th, 2024. First item on our agenda this morning is Mr. Isaac Lee with the Steuben County EDC. Good morning.
Morning. Thank you, Commissioner Howard, County Commissioners and staff. Before I start with my request, which will go real quick, and then publicly thank and appreciate the work that this gentleman has done. So we one of my last few meetings, I get the request from you, so I acknowledge that. County Commissioners, I'm here today to request, in similar years, some additional funding for NIPSCO related items, what we've called NIPSCO ready funds in the past, to the tune of $40,000. Previous years, we've used these dollars to consult with Intervention. We work with the record, if you remember him, as well as Mike Martin, Martin Consulting, really working as advocates to understand some of the confusing terms maybe that the utility industries use. So my request today is short and sweet, similar to what we've done in the past.
I'll second. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye. Next up, I believe it is Ben Lito and Angel Copeland. I almost got that wrong.
Okay, can we hold that for a second? I don't think it's on. Sorry.
Well,
I was gonna say, I'm not sure that's on. But my question is that's coming out of Project Ready? Okay, that's what I thought.
that's good. Don't touch it.
Oh, yes.
Thanks. Good morning. Is that on?
You're fine.
All right, thanks for having me. Ben Lado with Make My Move. We are a company out of Indianapolis. For just some background, we help, last couple of years, we've helped communities essentially partner with the IEDC, the Indiana Economic Development Corporation, to run consumer marketing campaigns primarily to attract talent. So we've been helping communities attract workers, primarily remote workers. These are folks that bring their jobs and their families with them to the communities. We have over 30 programs throughout the state of Indiana. One of those was with the city of Angola, and probably last year, so with city of Angola, city of Huntington, and a handful of others. During our work, one of the things we come to learn is that expanding the geographical footprint, due to the fact that this is an exercise of moving folks, is pretty critical, imperative to this. And so we worked in conjunction with the Strategic Development Commission, if you guys are familiar with that, Northeast Indiana Strategic Development Commission, and IEDC, to secure about $1.3 million to run a regional, this will be 11 county regional remote worker recruitment program. And so we'd love for Steuben County, as a part of that 11 county region, to be a part of that, to expand outside of the city borders. We spoke with the city, I believe, and Commissioner Howard was there. And so today we're asking the participation fee for that is a total of $15,000. I believe there was discussion about splitting that 2 ways between the city and the county. It would be a 2-year program. We have a program owner, Angel, here that will be working on your behalf. Part of what you'll get with that is essentially a Steuben County real estate, what we call real estate. So a page on the website, inside the marketplace, access to all the movers, the applicants. We'll work with you to try to move those folks. The nice thing is we already have a pipeline of folks that want to move up here into this region. So we obviously will engage those folks, but get more of them. And so I think that's the ask. We're here to talk and answer any questions you may have with respect to that program.
I saw your presentation. I was at Region 3A. You guys gave a presentation for this. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Good presentation. And I think it's a good program. I think the return on investment can be definitely worthwhile.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Pretty significant, comes fast.
familiar with it. Any questions?
I believe you also spoke at the mayor commissioners.
Yeah, been there a couple times, so you were a part of that. Appreciate you joining and hopefully you found it worthwhile.
If you want to participate, we do still have funding available in the project ready line item. I think that would be appropriate place, and if we want to split it with the city equally.
Yeah, so 7,500
7,500.
for 2 years.
Is it $15,000 a year or 15?
It's one time, so that 15 will cover the 2-year program. So it'd just be one expenditure to get it. And then obviously there is a relocation that would need to be discussed. One of the questions is, as we start to recruit folks, if they start to reside outside, who would put that up? Those are things that we can have a conversation on.
Yeah. I'll move to approve.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye. Thank you. Look forward to working with you guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Tammy?
Commissioners.
Morning.
I have a couple of requests here. We have a copy of a couple quotes that I've presented to you for some replacement laptops and some replacement computers. Again, these are just replacements. We're not adding anything new. The laptops, the Panasonic laptops are replacements for the officers. They're coming up on 8 years old, the ones that we're replacing. So they've had significant wear. Now, granted, they've lasted great. I've only had to fix one over the past almost 8 years on these. I received my quote from Insight. They got us under the Omnia partnership for almost 18% discount for these Panasonic laptops. The total for 13 of them, $50,199.37. And the computers, these are all the officers have to use. I mean, we have a couple shared computers that they use in the squadron. But other than that, these are the ones that they use daily for everything that they do on the road, all the reports and everything. So, do you want me to go on to the second one? Sure. Okay. The second quote is for 5 replacement computer towers. And that would be 4 for the dispatch center and 1 for our highway engineer. Again, these are just replacements. Chips is rather old. I'm impressed it's lasted as long as it has. But he is currently, we've set him up, since we have fiber out to the county highway, he can actually edit all the GIS layers and stuff like that now. And he also, I believe, is running a CAD program on this computer.
That's right, yeah.
So it's pretty intensive programs that Chips uses. So,
Right.
And again, for the dispatch center, I mean, we have multiple programs running on their PCs. Things change so quickly there. We're getting a little bit behind on some CPU usage for the dispatchers. Their towers are about 5 years old, but I think I'm going to hang on to those and reuse them. So they're still in pretty decent shape. So we can put them in some areas that we might need to replace or upgrade a little bit on our old one that we have that just doesn't do a lot.
Okay.
So that was my plan for those. Again, we received about $200 off per computer, coming to $20,997.72. And I do have funding available in Hume Cap 40500 line item. Sorry, those have changed. So 1138.40550 or 500 line item. So there's currently, I believe, say 160,000 in that line.
Just real quick, you mentioned 5 computers, the estimate's for 6.
Oh, my apologies. It's 6, 5 for dispatch and 1 for chip. My apologies. I misspoke the quantity there.
Fine, I just wanted to
Yep, good catch. Thank you.
put this together.
Yes.
Yes, questions? Person?
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye. Aye.
Thank you. The second line item is our support contract with New Era Technologies. It's a yearly contract that we always have from New Era. Obviously, since we have a lot more technology in the judicial center, I wanted you guys to take a look at this and approve it or disapprove it. It did go to the county attorney. He wanted a couple things changed. For the record, advised that this is their standard contract and they didn't want to change anything in it. I don't think that's detrimental, but maybe Don can speak as to
Two
what
issues,
he was referring to.
that never require 90, it's automatic renewal without, unless 90 days before the end of the term. I usually request that be reduced. And also it's interpreted by the state of Delaware. I have no idea what Delaware is, so I cannot pass on the contract because of that, so. But it's not unusual for, I doubt if you're gonna have any trouble.
I'm sure they're probably, for the record, is probably incorporated in Delaware, which is not unusual for businesses for tax purposes. But this is the contract, we've had for several years. I've never had any problems with New Era. And for the record, if we don't have a support contract, we can't get any like upgrades or patches or any fixes for the record. So this does not cover any type of like software upgrade, but it does cover all the patches, fixes, any problems we can call for the record and they will be able to assist us with any problems. So.
Questions?
Move to approve.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
That's all I have today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, they need to sign that.
Just vote.
Tammy, where do we pay that one out of?
I pay that one out of the same line item. Yeah, because that's courthouse, I think it's computer courthouse maintenance. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thanks. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
Nope, that's okay.
Karen, good morning.
Good morning. I am in the very beginning stages of organizing the community center Christmas luncheon. Last year was the first year that we were able to close the offices. The building stayed open, of course, but it was very much appreciated by the county employees, all the department heads and elected officials, so we could all have a Christmas luncheon together. So that is the request in front of you guys again this year, to be able to close the offices, at least shut their doors, and then leave the building, of course, open so we can all have a lunch together. I'm shooting for Wednesday, December 18th, only because in past years I've been told don't do it Thursday or Friday before Christmas. Don't do it the week of Christmas. So I thought perhaps Wednesday would be a good day. But of course we haven't been passing around the sign-up sheets or anything yet. So again, very beginning stages, but I wanted step one first to come speak today.
Yes? No?
I don't.
I don't either. Want to form a motion?
Sure. I will make a motion to approve the same as we did last year. I'll second.
We closed the office doors, but the building was still open.
Yeah.
Correct.
All right, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
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 Perfect. Thank you so much.
There you are. Looking for you. Chip.
Good morning. Easy day-to-day, just updates. County Road 2 North is finalizing paperwork. Mr. Stuckey is helping me with the last property owner on the roundabout project, so I appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Stuckey. Bridge 37, we're past stage 1 planning to the next stage 2. Box Trail project, working on the geotechnical investigation. We received Community Crossings Award for small structure number 7. And we plan on going to bid on that still this year and hopefully have a bid opening later this year and get that project rolling. We do have some utility locations before the contract can start. The 2024-1 paving project, that's all done. We just have to wait for the checks to all clear and get them back before we can finalize that project to the state. The fueling tanks are in. They are plumbing, doing electrical right now. So hopefully the goal is to have them operational on Friday. So then if they meet their deadline on Friday, then we will fuel them, start uploading the software and making sure we're going to use our department first to make sure we get all kinks out. We know what we're doing, and then we'll start rolling out to other departments. Still waiting on our safety grant to be told when, if it's going to get awarded. The campus parking lot project, we're close to having a draft report to you. We plan on having that to you before the end of December. And general operation, we're out grading roads, patching, and getting ready for snow. We're tracking a storm. Thursday, Friday.
Yep.
Who's out?
It's all ready.
All right. Anything?
All looks great. Thank you. Thanks, John.
Have a good one.
See you. Austin, good morning.
Hey, Mark. Got several items today. First one would be requesting, well, I got a verbal for this, but approval for a new vacuum for the annex. I got a quote here, $553.65. Spoke with Mike. He's got the money in one of his funds to cover that. His current one's on the last leg, so.
I'll move to approve.
One second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye. I thought you did.
I did, but you're on.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Next item.
Next item is steps from the sheriff's office. They've been deteriorating for a while. It's a safety hazard, especially with winter on the way. Get covered with ice or snow and with the steps crumbling as they are. I do got 2 quotes, one from Wagler, one from Best Construction. I reached out to a third company, didn't have much luck with them. Wagler would be the cheaper option, $18,915. There is a possibility, and it's in the quote as well, if they start taking these steps out, they can't save the sidewalk. It goes to the steps. That's line item 2. It's listed as option 1. The second quote would be $33,540 just for the steps, and then line item 2 would be $6,000. Be in our best interest to go with Wagler. They did talk about trying to add a handicap ramp there. It was advised not to, due to grade.
there's no, from the concrete to the roadway, they have to go up to the corner of Martha and Gale to come back up to the, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Park here, they had to head west, hit the corner to cut back to the front door. There's a ramp up to the door then. So they were talking about putting a little access in. Thank you, Austin.
There is access on Martha Street.
Yeah, there is. They just have to go up, walk up the road. Yeah.
As long as you met the grade, you'd pretty much be doing that anyway.
Yeah.
Going all the way up.
You'd be going all the way up. Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
I'd asked them to take a look at this because we had a significant balance left in King Cap at that time, but I see that's dwindled some. For 30 days. We could go ahead and approve it now if we choose to out of King Cap, however that means almost nothing in King Cap. Or we can wait, he's got 30 days on it, so that's December 6th. We have a meeting in December, so we can approve it in that.
That'll carry over to next year's.
And then we can encumber it and it can carry over if necessary.
Just wait then.
Well, the only issue is can they get to it now?
Yep.
That's the other issue. They can actually get to it before it gets too cold. They can't do it, but they can keep it without doing the additive in it. Acceleration.
That's true.
How long is it gonna take them?
We have luck and keep it.
Are they gonna start?
What else, is there anything else coming out of that we know of?
Not right now. That's your number right now for 24,969.32.
Payments to Reuters or leasing company or any of that that comes out of that?
I'm sorry, what was?
What'd you say?
Are there any additional payments to Reuters and leasing
Yeah.
capital?
Oh, yeah, those haven't come out yet. Yep, those will come out for December yet. So, let's see. So we got the law library, I'm sure will come back out again. I can't tell you how much because it's never the same. But we have one every month and leave is always the same, 1,478.33.
There's plenty in there, but there's nothing
We'd have to advertise.
appropriated.
That's what should go after January 1st.
Would be December.
You can approve it in December and then we won't, as long as we don't get invoiced.
Yeah, but they're talking about being able to get the work done now.
It gets too.
Well, that's why I asked how long it would take them because I'm assuming they're not gonna invoice this until they're done and that still may fall where it gets paid in January.
I could talk to him, see if there's another option we could work out.
Well, either way, at this point, we'd be approving it in December if you talk to them.
We could approve it now with any remaining amount being encumbered. And leave it not until after the first.
Because at 6,000, they're not gonna know until they get into it, so that we can do wait till next year, the option one.
Yeah.
When are they getting to this, Austin?
I'd have to reach out. I think Jim got this quote. This was before I started. He had this quote. Since I came on board, I tried getting a third quote from a company called Concrete Boys. I had no luck.
It'd be best to get it done before we get into bad weather.
Yeah, that's my point on it, yeah. It needs to be done because it's bad.
Yeah.
It's got it painted and,
Yeah.
Oh, it's marked.
It looks good, yeah.
Thank you. Jim has done a wonderful job with that. Had to take the can away from him.
So, how about a motion to encumber any remaining funds in QCAP towards those steps?
Work.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Next item is we have a service contract. It's gonna be expiring soon. We have it with Delta T. We've gotten several quotes from different companies. 4 different quotes with IC and E. They came back. We're getting a little more out of them for less price. There's a 1-year option, a 3-year option, $7,500 for the 1 year and $22,875 for the 3-year. This covers all the PMs, preventative maintenance, filters, some repair service. It breaks down the labor rates. So there's one from Acre, one from Delta T. Discussion has been had on this and it's been recommended to go with IC and E. We're getting a little more bang for the buck. They're gonna come in 2 more times a year as well and change out filters.
This is just for the jail portion, not the annex, right?
I believe so.
Just all in.
The annex as well?
No, it's not the
No,
annex,
it's
it's
just-
just Eric's office with the jail, yeah.
Yeah, it's just my office.
Do you have a copy of the quote from ICE?
Yeah, so ICE is on our packet.
Sorry, this was given to me on Friday. I can give this to you, you can pass it around. Copies. I got it as the last minute.
Yeah, I just jammed it down here. I was like, I don't see that. The other three.
I think it'd be the 2 of us to go with the 1-year option over the 3, just so we can see what we're getting. I don't know if you guys worked with that company. I'm not, so.
I'm not familiar with
With
that one.
IC&E,
Yeah, it's JIC.
Yeah.
It's JIC,
Oh,
they're
okay.
local.
Ministerial contract.
Okay, it's their sub, or their.
There's that.
Yeah.
Look at it first.
She's gonna get 2 copies for you real quick, so you've got it in front of you.
You don't see a problem with it, do you, Sheriff?
No,
Okay.
local company, it's almost 50% less than what we're paying now.
Right.
And we're getting more.
Worth a shot to try.
Absolutely.
Half the price is our $6,600 each.
There you go.
We do have to let adults see in advance that we're canceling their contract, so.
Yeah, but it would be just for the sheriff's office.
Right.
Right.
Well, speaking of that, how long was our contract with Delta T?
Our 2025 starts on January 1st, so December 31st, ending 2024. So we have until the end of the month to notify in writing.
Okay, so I'm assuming it's 30-day.
Yeah, 30-day prior. That is a good question. Would you like my office to notify them or would it's a
Should probably come from us.
commissioner's
It needs to come
contract?
from either the commissioners or, yeah,
Yeah.
Awesome. Austin, you did review this for comparison to Delta T.
Yep.
Okay.
You know, it's, they don't have any extension or it's just a one or three at your choice, so.
Right. All right, I will move to approve for a 1-year contract.
Okay, any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Almost done. But then,
We're gonna have Austin, notify Delta T.
No, we'll have
Oh,
to,
you'll,
we have to do it by letter.
Okay.
We need, require a 30-day notification. So,
you guys will do that.
yeah, I have a sample of one. Don had helped on one once before. I still have the sample, or you guys can have it prepared by Don, whichever you choose, but, okay. He's got it. Thank you.
Last item is tree removal at 314 Washington Street. There's some trees that have grown into the sidewalk. We had to go in front of the city board to request permission to get these out. They granted us permission, and then got 3 quotes, one from Subbits, one from Timber Chip. One from JVC. Timber Chip came in at cheapest. They would take these trees out and grind the stumps down for $3,200. Request permission to get these trees taken care of. Just set the property where house is taken down.
You can see the sidewalks are pretty much gone under there and want to put anything in the future in that lot, we need to remove these.
Took me a little bit. I had to work with NIPSCO on this. There's a gas line under there, but it's been capped off. So.
Yeah.
So by reading this right under building maintenance, there's 14,300 left in there, but there's 16,800 to come out of it. Is that correct?
So for everything, I included the 3,200. Excuse me, if we take the 3,200 out of here, we'll be okay. We're at 14,337.45. And if we take that out, I factored in everything that was in here, so you're good to take it out of there.
Be careful now.
You're good.
I mean, that's actually the bond, right?
No,
I don't think so.
Well, we took the house and everything else, that property out of there. I think that property's
Supposed to be part of that clearing of it. Yeah, I think so. I would think so.
that instead.
See why not? If they reject it, at least we have an option to take it, I guess.
Right.
Okay.
Clearly parking. Yeah, taking everything else out of that property for it.
So, looking for them.
Yep, so, yes.
For a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Austin.
Andy was first, Ken was second.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. Oliver.
Good morning, Sheriff.
I will say, now that he's left the room, I appreciate, thank you again for that facilities director's position. I hope to forget everything that he knows someday. Contracts on those, on that end, that maintenance stuff. But he's been wonderful to work with so far, so thank you on that. That's really helped. All right. So the Can-Am side by side, 6 months has gone past. We've used it and utilized it in many different areas. We'd like to keep it. End of the year, I have taken a lot out of, as you can see, a number of my donation lines and accounts, but I'm $6,600 short. Looking for the commissioners to,
No, I think I figured it out this morning. Tammy's not going to use all of the computer equipment line item. So if we did a transfer from there into the vehicle line item for that 6,600, I think we're okay.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Where are my reports? That was one she just used, right?
Particular line item has 42,932 in it.
Okay.
142,932, excuse me. She's going to use maybe, she just used 70 of it, but she's going to maybe another 40.
Okay. All right, let me place those numbers and then move that over into
From,
the vehicle line.
yeah, from
I'm assuming the vehicle.
40500 to 40021. That's if you were.
No, that's fine. Yeah, no.
I think it's a good
Thing to have for you guys. It's-
Yeah, appreciate
You've
that.
utilized it.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Over 400 miles on that thing, so they're in it.
Yeah.
What was the total on that, Sheriff? 66?
For the need, 6,600. I've came up with 20,000, so it's 26,600 cost.
So I'll put that in the form of a motion since I did it. So 6,600 out of
It'll come out of the.
40500 to 40021.
Yeah.
Is there a second? I'll second. I made the motion since I had the thought in there. Okay. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Do we need to give him approval though for the full purchase of the vehicle?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
All right. Might I add to that?
Yes.
Just a question. Since I'm using, by my numbers, 99.999% of all the cost here. Could I get maybe in the minutes a mention that when we sell this or trade this, that fund either goes back to my office? I mean, generally you buy the vehicles 100%. We don't ever run into this, but it may be worth nothing when we're done. I'm sure this thing will be in there 10 or 20 years before they'll figure out that they need to replace it.
Trading it and getting.
I'm just thinking ahead of the time. I know I won't be here then as far as in this capacity, so looking forward to the next guy.
It can be reappropriated, but it has to go to general.
I was gonna say, what if it were, yeah. You're probably gonna trade it and get a different one.
I would assume, and I don't want to get out of line of everything being registered to the commissioners. I think that's appropriate. But some recognition, and we'll probably all forget about it then. I just don't want someone to look back and think that that's more appropriate, or what did we do, or why didn't we do that? Maybe just note it in the minutes that if it is sold outright, that it could be placed for consideration back to the sheriff's equipment fund or donation fund. Since that's where I took that.
Where'd the bulk of it come from?
Bulk of it came out of the DEA, my seizure fund money, the 10,000 from there. The rest was 2 donation funds, equipment funds. But the bulk came out of that seizure fund.
Okay, so you'll need a motion to approve the purchase of the unit 166.
I'm sorry. I was listening and writing at the same time.
trying to put words in my colleagues' mouth there. I don't want to keep making motions on these, so.
No, you're fine.
You can just do it, just the motion for the purchase, and then we can do something else for the other one.
Yeah.
When do you want to make the motion?
I'll make the motion for the purchase.
A second.
Your line items that you're taking all your various amounts out of, does that have to go through council still? There's no appropriation on those line items, correct?
You do not have to have appropriations for the donation line.
For those? All right, just want to make sure it's right.
Good.
Okay. Any further? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
And a motion that if the vehicle is removed from the fleet for any reason other than a trade-in, that any proceeds would go back to sheriff's donation line item. That sounds
Wonderful. That'd be great. Thank you.
Make a motion?
Yeah.
All right, I'll second.
I'm just thinking of the next guy or the guy after him when this comes to fruition.
That would help.
Already laid out.
It could just be a trade-in.
Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We're gonna skip Jason. He's actually out sick. We'll discuss this thing afterwards.
Sorry, Scott.
We'll go to Scott.
Yeah, can you just give me 1 second? Make sure I have all these marks.
Yep.
Okay.
What's that, Scott? All right.
The estimate you have in front of you was from Bill's. I called back and asked them to put their letter on top of that, and whatever system they're switching or using right now didn't print that out.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I was like, where's that from?
And we did have an estimate, or we were gonna get an estimate from Kubota and Fort Wayne, but they wanted to tow it in. That was gonna be a $300 charge just to tow it to them, so they could look at it to give us an estimate. So, and I could transfer at the most 500 from the event center, but other than that, that's all I'd be able to do, so I'm gonna need assistance with this.
Is this tractor, need for the winter, or is this just for,
Once we clean up the leaves with it, the only other time we'll use it is probably moving the snow if we get a heavy snow.
did you use it for?
So right now you're requesting the full amount, the 1292.27, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Um,
I know I'm doing projects next year, if you could use that for.
Well, when I was factoring in through the building maintenance repairs, we did drop that one in there. So,
Already in there.
Huh?
You already have that baked in?
I have it baked in. Yeah, when we started subtracting, Abby and I, building maintenance started out at 14,337.45. You've already taken the trees out of something else. And then we factored in Scott's request for the county park. That would have taken us down. Let's see, that's something else. Yeah, I've kind of got them out of order now. By the time we're all said and done, if we take everything out that Abby and I thought you would pull from here, By the end of the meeting, we'd be down to $4,248.38. Did we give them? Did they see these? Okay,
We take the trees out of there, so now we're still.
so you still, yeah,
Okay. Yeah. I think it needs to be done, especially use this for, snow removal, so, move to approve.
you're approving that on the.
Out of the maintenance.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, anything further? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye. Probably that was building maintenance, right?
Yes, the commissioner's building maintenance fund.
Thank you.
I have just one update on the light show. I've got, Tryon University came out with the civil engineer, which I'm glad they came out. We put the main sponsored event up there with the fish display with the Tourism Bureau sponsored for us. We got that up in the tunnel. Padnos just let us know that they're going to be out there every weekend to pass out candy canes, and when Santa's there on the 21st, they're going to pass out treats at their display. So they're staffing people every weekend to be out there.
Great.
When you plan on opening?
It's going to be the 29th of this month. It'll be a Friday after Thanksgiving. And we'll run until December 28th, which is also for Saturday. State Bank will be out there. They're going to supply the candy canes for Santa to pass out. They're also going to supply the hot cocoa that day for Santa. ZB Bakery is going to sponsor 200 cookies that pass out as well. So come in and get your bellies full and sit on Santa's lap.
Yeah.
And that's all I got.
Did you mark out last year for that, or
What's that?
did you do a vehicle count last year for that?
Yes, last year was 989 vehicles just that we counted on the weekends. So Friday, Saturday, and Sundays for that month. So 989. So I anticipate more this year. So because we have more displays out there, we have more local business being involved as well. So
What are the dates that you're running that through?
29th this month to the 28th of December.
And 29 to 12/28.
And it's 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Have you gone on, you gonna go on WNKI or anything like that?
3:30 today.
All right, perfect.
Looking forward to a bigger one this year. So
Great.
And that's donation.
yes.
If people
Yeah,
try to
donation
give a
only.
donation at the end.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Thank you,
guys.
Johnson.
I'll back up, I'll try and be Jason here for a minute. Most of you were asking council meeting where the council had recommended to us the approval of the striker contract for the replacement of the park monitors. Yeah. $84,142.05 for 4 years, but for 10 years worth of service total.
I saw the presentation and I'm aware of everything, so I will move to approve.
Second?
We need to recommend though a place for them to pay that from, as long as part of the motion. So I
What their options are.
really think that that's probably going to end up coming out in general or June cap. Probably the two appropriate places for that.
Yeah, there's no room lit. Word it all.
Let's lit as far as the
EMS lit is what I'm referring to.
I would recommend that we give them those two options as part of your motion.
Okay. I will-
General and,
General answer.
General June cap.
Yeah. Well, then
And that would be an annual 84,142.05 on that particular thing.
for how many years?
4.
4 years. 84, 142.05.
You agree to the.
I agree, yes, I did, yes.
You agree to the amended motion?
Yes.
Yes.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
And who was one, we do one,
Andy was one, Ken was two.
we're gonna make some notes for council here real quick. And then he had to have this signed, didn't he, by, I have that other paper in front of me. Was it 20th, I think? I can get that.
That was December 20th.
Is it December 20th? Okay.
They have to be ordered in February, I believe. Those are all of our agenda items. Now we can go on to other business. Separate here together. We have claims of 524, property tax refund at 142.68. Surplus tax refund of $50 and tax sale refund of $37,687.88. I assume those are people who made it clear after somebody already purchased, correct?
Correct.
I will move to approve the claims and then items A, B, and C.
Second?
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
We have payroll for November 15th in the amount of $520,278.19.
To approve?
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Invoice from Roland and Associates for the temporary easement at the highway garage.
Okay, I have a question. It's for Don. If this is just a temporary easement, shouldn't we have some kind of documentation written up? The documentation that they would have to sign, so we already have something in the works. Thank you. I didn't want to,
I plan to go up to his office and see where he is on it after we get it finished today. If he doesn't show up, I thought he might come in down, so.
okay.
Is there a motion on that?
Move to approve?
Second. Let's get that done.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we still have the easement agreement.
It goes to them, right, time to record.
Anything further? Okay, all in favor signify with aye.
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 That coming out, was that coming out of the consultant?
I don't remember, I'll have to look. We'll take from where we paid the other two. In progress.
Good. Good.
Had to fix a valve in the assessor's office. It's Delta T.
Move to approve?
Second.
Did you already have that included in your numbers?
Yes, I did.
That building maintenance?
Building maintenance.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Jared, you said your roof's done?
Roof is done,
Wonderful.
been working well,
Hasn't leaked.
has not.
That's very good.
Yeah, exactly.
The dumpster gone?
Dumpster's gone, yeah.
Oh, good deal.
Yeah, whoever made that call last week, thank you. You did. It's gone now, so everything's done, squared away. Operational, thank you.
Move to approve?
Second.
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
The Health Department, wants their service contracts on their vaccine. So that's funding mechanism. Motion to approve the Helmer Scientific True Blue Maintenance Agreement.
Move to approve.
Second?
Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
You want to tear your wall out, huh?
I do. It's gonna be so nice.
Have you, take that number in also somewhere?
Yeah.
Huh?
This one is, well, let's see the number. Yeah, you are correct. So wanting that one, because it's repairs and it is repairs. It is repairs and maintenance to the building, but I'm also taking out a whole wall. So we thought about Q. I do not have it baked into building maintenance.
You do have it set aside in Q.
For Q. So that will, the wall that we want to come down, for anybody else who wants to know, it separates the auditor's office really into two different offices. And when people walk in, they really don't know where to go. It is going to give us one clear direction. You walk up to the counter, to the receptionist type area. It does come around then for counter space for people to be able to work from in two different spots. It also has a lowered counter for ADA compliant for people to pull up with wheelchairs. And so they can have access to a counter. And it does lower the window in my office so I can actually see what's going on.
It's all in this price.
It's all in this price.
Okay, so it's more than just definitely in a wall.
Yes.
Yeah, that baked into.
Well, the counter is baked into, that's baked into somebody else, the counter itself.
Okay. But they're doing they're prepping the wall and everything else? Okay.
To approve.
Second?
Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Approval of the use of the commissioner's credit card to purchase a study guide training manual for the health department.
I'm on that one. Yes, I will move to approve.
Second that since I'm on there. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Martin Riley invoice for the jail roof.
Move to approve.
Second?
Further? All in favor, signify with aye. I believe this will be quarterly installment of the 5311 grant for council on aging, correct? Or is this the annual? This is the
It doesn't say that it's quarterly, so it has to be their
This is the
annual.
end, this is the annual. Sorry, I didn't read that close enough.
Move to approve.
Second.
Anything further? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye. Um, Struggles figuring out where to sign all this stuff. Let's see, is this the Downtown Angola Coalition, or is this actually the city?
Where's that from?
15.
15 we haven't got to yet. We're on 12.
Who sent this in? Did you, Julia? No.
Rita.
Yeah.
This is actually the town doing this, but they are having a Christmas on the square and they want to be able to use the green space, the old courthouse green space.
And I do believe Abby checked the calendar.
Check the dates, the calendar's good.
Yep.
Okay. Motion to approve.
Move to approve.
Second.
What was the date on that?
She's not on the sheet, but Abby has it. I thought. She said it was gonna be November 29th.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's no specific date.
I think they forgot. There's a time, but they forgot the date.
Okay, you want to have a discussion on the chairs, the old chairs?
Yes, so right now, they are on, excuse me, sorry. It's hard to talk when people in the back. They're old chairs, we took them down the hall, our maintenance took them down the hall for us. And about around that big table that's at the front of the building, on the second floor. But do you want to sell them? Do you want to offer them to the different departments if somebody's in need of one? What do you want to do with them?
I've been approached by some other departments. I think we just keep them in stock and we'll let Austin
First come, first served.
divvy them up how he sees fit.
Second that.
I don't think we need the motion.
Yeah.
Just have Austin take care of them. How's that? IT director's discussion, do we have interviews set up?
Well, that is what I am wanting to talk to you about. As you know, myself and Brian from Corsica conducted interviews of the applicants. And you received scoring cards from Brian in your emails. I just kind of want some guidance moving forward. Do you want to go ahead and conduct a second interview with the two applicants that were identified? Didn't want to do anything out of line and make sure the commissioners were aware.
That would be appropriate.
Would you like letters then to go sent to the other applicants that are not being called back for the interviews? Perfect. I will get moving on that then.
You like the way that system worked with having them?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, it worked
Technical
out.
expertise.
Yes, it worked out very well. I'm assuming the commissioners will want to sit in on these interviews.
For the.
Do you want Corsica here as well for that, or do you?
Probably.
Probably.
Okay, all right, then I'll work with Brian.
Wouldn't hurt.
We need somebody that speaks that foreign language.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And finally, building department for continuing ed, approval use of the credit card.
Second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
I will tell you, we are partially through a credit card ordinance. We plan on having that, I'm hoping for the first meeting in December. So go into play, but I want to give it to you guys in plenty of time so that if there's anything you guys want tweaked and changed. So we're shooting for the first meeting in December. It's almost done.
Sounds good.
And the property out at Holiday,
Well,
Holiday
it's
Woods.
off of one, I wouldn't, it's off of 150.
property off 150, yeah. Near that.
Near. Yeah.
Been some interest in actually having that from some other departments. So I think we should probably, excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay, I think we should maybe have Don work those arrangements out, maybe see what we need to go through to do that.
Yeah, because I'm assuming, so we want to say yes to the people that want to give it to the county, but I'm assuming, especially out there, you're going to want, aren't we going to want a survey? Because there's quite a bit of acreage with the one piece,
Yes.
isn't there?
Yeah.
I'm assuming a survey, a title search. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know if we need a survey.
Well, even if we don't need one for the trailer. we still wanna have it.
That's like you want one if you.
So I think it would be best to probably just go ahead and do it up front.
And I assume that'll all be his expense since they're giving the land to the county.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can, first of all, get some sort of document about transfer to the county signed by these owners. And then proceed with the survey and the title search. And once I get the title search, I can prepare the deed and go from there. So, survey is, I don't know right now, but the last one I ordered, and that was in DeKalb, was 6 to 8 weeks out, just so you know, so. That's fine. That's a major job for them. That'll be a major job. I looked at it online and it's got some.
It's more of a meets and bounds.
Yeah, it'll be a meets and bounds description.
I don't know if we need that in the form of a motion to have Don proceed.
Yes, please.
Probably.
Yes.
Make a motion to proceed.
A second.
Any further? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
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 And then I can have Abby get a hold of the individuals and let them know.
And
We'll
then
go ahead
maybe
and
make
take
sure
that
we
and then-
have Don have all that contact.
Yeah,
Let them, yeah, I just gonna say contact them, let them know that they will, that.
Be
Don will
contacted by Don.
in touch with them.
But it's two properties, right? So probably
they said the two, the house
Okay.
and the land. We have it in 2 parcels right now.
okay. Both properties.
All right, anything else?
Something like that.
Oh, the incinerator. Thank you, John.
I did have that one.
With this new system.
Yeah, Matt did like a call saying he needed grates for the incinerator.
Yeah, it's $575.
I can give you verbal approval.
Okay.
Is that a motion?
Yes.
And I'll second it, because he called me also.
Yeah, like I thought we just did that or did it like last year.
I didn't think it'd been that long, but
It's,
Ah.
it
Well-
seems to me I've seen that 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Since I've been
I
involved.
haven't seen it before, but that's what it takes.
Yeah.
It does.
All right, anything further? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
okay.
Can you take it out of the deer removal line item?
I would have, and check to see if we have anything left in here. Some of that I thought wasn't the county, part of it coming out of the county highway, or did we see something? I'm getting
Well,
that,
there
it's
might-
all removal big stuff, but
Yeah, there might be a line item over
I think there was discussion about that, but that never.
there. It never came to fruition.
okay.
I have
Yes.
Remember, we had one of our highway trucks twice, I think they damaged the mirror. So the amount of our claim, and you signed the release, so. State Farm's paying, so.
Wow. They said no. So motion to sign a release for highway truck settlement,
Accident damage, you know.
accident damage settlement.
Second.
Got that, Kelly? Abby? Okay. All right, anything further? Hearing none, all in favor, signify with aye.
You said that was who, State Farm?
State Farm. Catanino is the name of the defendant.
All right, anything else?
I think so, hold on. The, plowing the drives again,
Say that again.
to plow the drives. Are we gonna put out bids for that again, or is that staying in the highway lane again?
We still had bids last year for this. Highway just did the snow removal.
Just to, they came in and got rid of the piles.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, so then we need to probably put out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can have Abby send out letters like we have in the past?
Yes.
Or do you want that to go back over to,
I would like to
Start
back
with
with
Aegis.
awesome.
okay,
I think he is working on it.
is he already working on it? Okay,
Double check.
all right. I just wanted to ask about it because I knew he hadn't done it yet.
Yeah.
So Austin's already working on that.
I'll double check with him.
Okay, thanks.
Pressure.
I already asked Don about that agreement. Craig's here. Do we want to bring that back up?
I'll meet with him here in a minute.
Okay. Okay, that's all in my.
Reset.